Hey, what's going on, Guardians? Nem with Planet Destiny here, and it is the weekly reset of November 2nd. And with that being said and done, Festival of the Lost is gone, and man, I always forget how barren the tower looks after an event like that. But with that being said, all of our pinnacle and powerful resources have indeed reset. So if you are looking for hot and spicy pinnacle power drops, you have Gambit, Strikes, and Crucible along for your reset. You also have the Vault of Glass raid ready to go. And of course, over on Europa, we have two pinnacle sources. We have the Exo Simulation, which is a safeguard this week, and the Master Empire Hunt, which is going to be the Technocrat. As far as Crucible goes, we have Momentum Control as our rotator for the week, so you can either do Momentum Control, Regular Control, Rumble, or Elimination. And this week is Iron Banner week, so if you are looking for some extra pinnacle sources, Iron Banner will net you 4 pinnacle drops from its bounties. And if you are still missing some of the newer gear like the Peace Bond or the Pulse Rifle, I can't remember the name of the Pulse Rifle, you can turn in your tokens and your bounties for said drops. Now, of course, we also have our strikes, which let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we're looking at as far as modifiers. And we have Void Singe, and the daily modifiers today is also Stasis Singe and Hot Step. As far as the Nightfall goes, this week we have the Devil's Lair, the OG Nightfall comeback for that, which I'm assuming is also the Grandmaster for that as well. Of course, we also have our seasonal challenge over here for Pinnacle, which is going to be the Debris of Dreams. Complete it by defeating 4 champions, and you will get your hot and spicy Pinnacle drop if you're going for Grandmasters and such. And as far as pinnacle sources, the last 2 that we have are obviously over on the Tangled Shore, Presage, which will be going away relatively soon. So if you have not done that yet, go do so. And it looks like we actually have one of the Master Lost sectors in here as well. So there you have it. And over on the EDZ, you'll have Harbinger, which will net you Hawkmoon for pinnacle gear as well, which is also one of the missions that will be getting sunset relatively soon. So there are your pinnacle sources for the week. As far as Eververse goes, which is quite frankly why, you know, everybody's here. Let's go ahead and turn this in real fast. We'll get a ship that nobody needs. For the weekly offerings, we have the Remembrance exotic ornament for the Dead Man's Tale, which has a really cool ribbon motif design on it. It actually looks super good. For 700 silver, we have the Conga Line multiplayer emote. There you go. You got 3 cold warlocks there, conga dancing for you. The Wanderer's Shell looks pretty interesting. It's pretty clunky for my taste. The Junkyard Navigator ship, and the I'm not even going to pretend how to pronounce that, something Bliss Sparrow, which was the Lux Warlock Sparrow. As far as Bright Dust for this week, we have the Dratton Blast emote. That's a cute one. And we also have the Vanguard Dare ornament for the Ace of Spades, which is a Cade color themed. Looks really nice. And the Nemean Ghost Projection for those of you who actually use ghost projections. We have a classic shader here, the Amethyst Veil, which is one of my personal favorites. Actually looks really good with the set. And as far as the other portion of weekly Bright Dust goes, we have the Double Hands Dance, the Mind Striders, which I'm actually going to pick these up because these actually look super sick. So let's go ahead and spend my hard-earned bright dust there. The Fighting Lion Sparrow. Can't convince me otherwise, Nemi and Chariot. It is the Fighting Lion Sparrow. The Fighting Lion Ghost. The Hand Cannon Vogue emote, which is that anime JoJo, I believe. I don't watch anime. I know I'm about to get flamed in the comments, but yeah, I don't watch anime. And finally, the Laden Lance Cloud Strike ornament. Now, of course, you do have some returning shaders here, like Precursor Vex Chrome, the Ancient Republic, Celestial Dome, which is actually, I believe it's an animated... No, this one's not an animated shader. I'm thinking about the Seven Sisters. And Iridescent Coral, which is really pretty shader. Super bright, but really pretty. We have the Gambit Twin Snakes Transmit Effect. The Stasis entrance, one of my personal favorites for obvious reasons. And the Vitrea's entrance, which is, you know, the Vault of Glass. And finally, before we head on out of here, let's go ahead and take a look at what the Gunsmith weapon rolls are for the week. Let's see if he has any hidden gems on there. We have the Night's Watch with Threat Detector and Demolitionist. This is going to be a pass for me, honestly. Demolitionist is nice, but I think you could do better with a different perk other than Threat Detector here. The Lonesome with a Zen Moment, Kill Clip, High Caliber Rounds appended, Small Bore, and Hammerforged Rifling with a Range Masterwork. This is a buy for me, honestly. This is my favorite PvP sidearm. It's got some really amazing perks on here, especially with this Masterwork. So if you haven't used the Lonesome yet, I highly suggest you pick that one up. The Nature of the Beast Hand Cannon with Quick Draw, Rangefinder, Alloy Magazine, Extended Mag, True Sights, and Crossfire with a Handling Masterwork. Personally, 180s tend to be a hit and miss for me. This is one of those that lands in the miss area for me, so I'm personally not a fan, so I'm going to go ahead and say skip on this one. The Eternal Blazing Scout Rifle with Killing Wind and Disruption Break. With a Range Masterwork, Light Mag, Flared Magwell, Signal, and Spark. This is actually kind of decent for, you know, like Nightfalls and stuff like that, because you do have a Disruption Break, so that, you know, when you break a arc shield, for example, you will do additional kinetic damage, and it's got a Range Masterwork as well. So I might actually suggest this one if you're going to do some endgame content. The Tarantula Linear Fusion Rifle, again, there's others that do it better. So this has Accelerated Coils, Enhanced Battery, Firmly Planted, and Rampage with a Range Masterwork. Not super crazy, not super hot. I would say pass. And finally, the Eternity's Edge Sword with Infinite Guard, Relentless Strikes, Surrounded, Jagged Edge, Tempered Edge, and an Impact Masterwork. Unfortunately, you know, this is a Warlock exclusive, so really can't do a whole lot of, you know, anything with this in other classes, but as long as the Falling Guillotine exists, this isn't really going to do a whole lot more. It is the same Vortex frame, so it's a beautiful sword. Unfortunately, not worth picking up in my opinion. But there you have it, folks. That is your reset video for this week. God, the tower just looks so sad without any decorations on it. Like, I always forget just how barren this is once seasonal events like leave. It just makes me a sad man. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you get some hot and spicy loot this week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time, Guardians.